Hey there, everybody. It is Brad here, and I have someone back.
Hello.
He's back. Say hello to the people.
Hi, people. I'm glad to be back. It was a good time away.
Good.
But
awesome to hear.
Be back. And
awesome to hear.
We get to do things.
We get to do so many things.
It's not like we don't do things. We do a lot of things. I'm not saying that. Sorry, I'm making this prolonged.
But even when we do things, we get to do them.
We do the do.
We do the do.
Do the do. This is not a Mountain Dew commercial, but what it is what's new Northside.
That's right. That's right. We hadn't said that yet.
I know. I realized that. I was like, but why we're here. That's it. And it's Wednesday.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. All right. So first thing up, last week we talked a lot about trying to get volunteers for a couple things, and we're going to still speak to that. But there's one thing I wanted to highlight that I didn't speak on last week because I wanted to kind of save it to kick off this week. So there's this ministry we do as a part of Northside called Meal Trains. And
like a choo-choo?
No. Well... I don't know. I think it's more like a mule train than a choo-choo train.
Yeah. Sorry, that was an intrusive thought. I had to get that out.
But now they know.
Yeah.
It's not like a choo-choo train. I don't know why it's called a choo-choo train. But our meal trains are a ministry to those of us in our community here at Northside that just are experiencing some overwhelmedness in life that might need some help just providing meals sometimes. So this is something that typically is handled through our small groups. But oftentimes there's needs that arise and people aren't always a part of small groups that have these needs. And so this could be like, the passing of someone in your family, someone's sick, any kind of things. I got to see this one time. I had to go to the hospital. I had a shingle back in COVID and it got infected and I had to go in the hospital and people at the church provide meals for me for like the next 2 weeks every other night. So I've been blessed with this personally. And so... like I said, small groups typically handle this, but we are always looking for people who would be willing that we could contact to be a part of this, whether it's part of people that are in small groups. There's always places to fill in gaps. So it's kind of a really simple thing. If you would have any interest in helping in this ministry in any way, which would mean getting a call from Mary Beth. She's kind of our office secretary here at Northside at the Wadsworth campus. Getting a call from her and just saying, hey, there's a need for some meals. Would you be willing to help? If you'd like to be on that list, just contact Mary Beth. And so her email is marybethj@northsideweb.org, or you can call here at the church office and ask for her. Either way, she's just taking down some names, and we really encourage you guys to do that. I know so many of you want to know, hey, I'd like to help in like a non-standard way sometime. Like, let me know when the needs arise, and I'll help meet them. This is exactly one of those things.
That's cool.
So, again, if you're interested in that, please reach out to Mary Beth. You can also just, if you see me or Henry, sometimes, and you're like, hey, we would like to help with that, we can connect you to Mary Beth. And, so hopefully you guys are part of that and continue that to be the blessing that it is for so many people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So what else have we got going on, Henry?
Speaking of a blessing, especially to our community and to our church, is Jesus Prom.
Let's go.
And that's happening so fast.
So fast.
Man. Which I'm getting
right around the corner.
I'm getting excited thinking about it. But what specifically we're asking with Jesus Prom is for your help with that.
Yes.
Because it is like I said, it is absolutely a huge blessing to us too to be able to get to be a part of that night because that's us getting to be the church, right?
Right.
So if you haven't been a part of it, or you haven't and would like to, head to northsideweb.org/Jesus Prom. There you can sign up and do all those things and find out more. Yeah. More specifically too, and ways you can help is being a guide. Yes. And a guide is someone who gets to go around with the guests the whole night, gets to dance with them, play games with them. You're just there to make sure they have the best night of their life.
And just in case you're new and you've never seen this before, our Jesus Prom is a special needs prom.
Yep.
So we are honoring and just championing our special needs community that night. And I believe it's ages 16 till whatever. So it's a broad range. So guides would be walking through that Jesus Prom with those guests.
Yeah, and it's my family's gotten to be a part of that too, especially being a guide, and they can't say enough good things about that. There's so many other ways you can help too, but right now we're specifically wanting to mention guides.
Yep.
But
we're still a way out. We still have a month and a half out. I know the deadline that we'd like to hit to have everything shored up is October 16th.
Yes. Yep. That's the one I heard.
And Jesus Prom is that first Friday, in November.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good things for that. Man, we just can't wait. It's gonna be so awesome.
Correct. And what else can't we wait for, Henry?
Do I hear like the leaves falling?
I got my flannel on today. I'm rocking my flannel.
I'm sorry. I'm getting in the mood. I'm ready for it. Fall Festival, guys. It is here. It's happening. I mean, in like literally less than 2 weeks.
Literally.
Literally. First Sunday in October.
Yes. I believe it's the first. Is the day that's happening?
Yeah.
Sunday,
yeah.
October
I don't know
1st.
why I forgot there for a second. Like what? Yeah. It's the first. It's
first.
happening.
It's right when October's starting.
But you kind of, so I heard you and Eric kind of both mentioned
we
like,
put
man,
out
we need a need,
we
right?
put out the all points bulletin last week.
Yeah.
We needed volunteers, like 150 volunteers to be exact.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's how many we need. We had 180. We had 30 signed up.
So,
we needed 150.
Are we like kind of close?
Y'all, we're almost full on volunteers.
Let's go. If I could get every one of y'all fist bumps right here, right now, I'd do it. I'd do it. I promise. But
he's not even lying. He would.
I would.
He would.
But that is seriously. That is so cool. Like that's again just us being the church.
Just
and
a
being
handful of spots are left. A couple highlights within that. Talked to Martha this morning. Inflatables. There's still kind of a couple spots for that. That's just kind of watching those lines and helping organize and get people moving into those inflatables, big water slides, big bounce houses. Not water slides. We won't use
what
water,
you meant,
but like a slide.
Big slide, yeah.
You can put water on it, but it won't be. It'll be like a potato sack or something. More folly, not summery. Yeah. But also like our parking team, we need a couple shifts in the second part. Just little things kind of spread throughout. So if you are still interested in doing that and you're like, oh gosh, I thought I had time. You kind of don't.
You got to do it now.
Sign up now.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like you said, northsideweb.org/FallFest.
Fall Fest. And again, Fall Fest is from 12 to 3, and there's a outdoor service immediately following that.
You know the deets.
Oh, yeah. We can't wait. Like we were talking today after stuff, and we're like, man, like we get to do all this stuff. We're going to get to come together, get to set everything up. Guys, we're like, just bring people because it's going to be awesome.
Yep. And so one final thing.
Yes.
I know we've been focusing on volunteer opportunities for the most of this. We wanted to speak to a connection opportunity here. Right after Fall Festival, the week after, so this would be October 8th.
Yep.
At both campuses, we're going to be doing our I always call it
I know. I did too.
So locked in. New to Northside.
Yup.
Not what's new Northside, but new to Northside.
Yep.
This is for anyone who would like to find out a little bit more about who we are.
Yep.
And so this is just a little quick kind of meet and greet that happens here at Starting Point at Wadsworth and in the lobby at Medina after each service. So that would be approximately 10:30 and approximately noon here at Wadsworth. And then that would be at 11 o'clock in Medina, just a meet and greet. Eric runs that here in Wadsworth. Jeff runs that in Medina, just to get to know who you are, tell you a little bit about us. And then the 3 weeks following that, through the rest of October, we will be doing our Connect class in both locations. That is a more in-depth, like here's how you get plugged in, here's what it looks like to serve, here's what it looks like to give, here's what it looks like to be a member at Northside. That will be happening those next week. So I believe that would be the 15th, the 23rd, and the 30th.
You are a brave man.
Okay, I just did the math real quick. The 15th, the 23rd, and the 30th. At Wadsworth, that is in the 11 o'clock hour in room 101, which is right behind the cafe. And in Medina, that actually happens before the service at 8:45 in the classroom there.
And those, they're important to get to do that because it's better to, just get to know the body a little bit more, right?
Yeah, so if you're new, please come out to that. If you haven't really touched base or you're just like, oh man, I love this place, but I want to know how I get in more of that, that will be for you. You'll hear more about that. We'll be talking about that in the coming weeks.
Yep.
And then hopefully you'll be joined with some people that decide to come back after Fall Festival.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Man.
All right, I think that's it for today,
that's
bud.
Yep.
So go do those volunteer things. Contact Mary Beth about the meal train.
See you at Fall Fest.
See you at Fall Fest, and we hope to see you guys around this week.
Adios.
See you guys.